Hello everybody, we're getting ready to do lesson 8.6 of Algebra 1 Math, Part 1. It will be factoring ax squared plus bx plus c. We have a classwork sheet here of 30 points, and then we have a notebook guide of 2 points here, just Part 1. Here's your standard teachers. Here is the bell work for today's lesson. Write a polynomial that represents the combined area of the first floor of the house and the porch itself. So we have another area problem here to be represented by a polynomial. Give your students about 6 minutes to do this. Okay, welcome back. Here is your solution for your bell work. Area equals length times width. So this is our length times width. Then we just multiply it through. Porch will have the same, okay. And this is your polynomial, x squared plus 82x plus 1600. For this diagram here, the area of first floor and the... Okay, into our lesson. 8.6, factor ax squared plus bx plus c. You factor trinomials like this. You will factor trinomials like this. Now we have an a. So you can find the... Okay. So when factoring a trinomial of ax squared plus bx plus c, first consider the signs of b and c as shown below. This approach, when we have a 2 here rather than a 1 for our a member here of our trinomial, factor when b is negative and c is positive. So we got a negative b and a positive c, and we have an a here that's not 1. So that's the situation to take care of too. Because b is negative, c is positive, both factors of c must be negative now. So the factors of c must be negative to come up with your negative b here. Make a table to organize your work. You must consider the order of the factors of 3 because the x terms of the possible factors will be different due to ordering of it. So in this situation here, we have factor 2x squared minus 7x plus 3. We have factors of 2. First, we have to come up with our a factors here. We have 1 and 2. Factors of 3 are negative 1 and negative 3 for our c here. Then possible factorization. This would be one combination here of both our a and our c here, a and c. And then we come up with this, which is not this. No, it's not that. Okay, then we have 1 and 2, and then we have negative 3 and negative 1. So we change the order here, negative 3 and negative 1. Let's try that out. Then we have this. So, and we're trying to find our b here. Negative 5x does not equal negative 7x. But this does. So this might work. So x minus 1, we put the 1 back there. Behind the 2x is what we do, and then the x and the negative 3 are coupled together as well, and then when we do that we get our 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 when it's two binomials are ordered like that. So order does make a difference. Okay, guided practice. Students, this is yours. We're going to do this one in our guided practice. Pay attention so you know how to do this. Okay, so factor this trinomial here. We have an a here of 4. We have a b here, negative 9, and we have a c that's positive. So we have a negative here. So that should clue you in because b is negative, c is positive. Both factors of c must be negative of 5. So here we have our first, our 4 is 1 and 4. Factors 5, negative 1. And then here's one possibility here. And then the negative term, when multiplied, will be negative 21s. That can't be right. So 2 and 2, negative 1, negative 5. 2s minus 1, 2s minus 5. Negative 12s is not negative 9s. That's not right either. Okay, 1 and 4, negative 1 and 5. S minus 1, 4s minus 5. And our middle term now is negative 9s. Yep, that looks good. So here's our factorization for this trinomial here. You have to go through a process like that. Okay, factor 3n squared plus 14n minus 5. Because b is negative, or rather b is positive, here's our b is positive, and c is negative. The factors of c have different signs. Because this is positive here, c must have different signs, so factors of 3, factors of negative 5, possible factorization, middle term when multiplied. So what do we have here? I have 1 and 3 for our a, factors of negative 5, say 1 and negative 5, possible factorization, will that come out? Negative 5n plus is negative 2n for our b, no. We have 14n, that's not it. Okay, 1 and 3, then go negative 1 and 5 this time, change our negatives over here. This is our possible factorization there. And then 5n minus 3n, that equals 2n, that's still not 14n. So 1 and 3, then 5 and negative 1. See, 5 and negative 1. See, negative 1, we can change the order here. Order is everything in factoring trinomials. Here's our possible factorization here. Negative n plus 15n, that'd be 14n. That looks pretty good right there. That would be the correct sum. So 1 and 3, negative 5 and 1, n and 5. What's our negative 14, and the sign's wrong on this one. So it would have to be this here, is what it seems like. So the correct factorization would be n plus 5 and 3n minus 1. I mean, that's almost like the literal process. You could do this mentally, too, when you get good at it. Okay, factoring our trinomial. We're going to do this one. Students, this is yours. Pay attention. Factor the trinomial, 2h squared plus 13h minus 7. Because b is positive and c is negative, the factors of c will have opposite signs. So factors of 7 will have opposite signs. Factors of 2, 1 and 2. Factors of negative 7, 1 and negative 7. Possible factorizations here. This is one possibility. Middle term is negative 5h. That's not going to work. So 1 and 2, negative 1 and 7. When multiplied, our middle term here would be 5h. That's not going to work. Then 1 and 2, negative 7 and 1. This situation here will be a negative 13h. This situation here will produce a positive 13h. Let's see, 2h squared minus h, and then plus 14h. And then solution would be h plus 7, 2h minus 1. This is what we're looking for, is the middle term of 13h. So this is kind of like the process that you have to go through to find your middle term, or you can try it mentally to do it. And that was 8.6 part 1. Part 2 and part 3 are available here, as well as your worksheets and everything else. Thank you.